this like snaky snake look. A girl on Instagram asked me to do this a while ago. Well, while I'm filming now, but a while ago. I had to pre-record all these videos because my October schedule is always crazy because that's close to midterms, and so either we're having midterms or we have to finish big assignments right before midterms, so it's like, oof. So I thought I would pre-record a bunch of Halloween videos because Halloween is my favorite holiday ever, even above my own birthday. I just love Halloween, and I don't really know where, well, I know where I got that. My parents both love Halloween. Not as much as I do. I'm like psychotically in love with it, but you know. But yeah, I thought we would do this really like snaky sort of look. I think it turned out really well. I'm really happy with it. And of course you could always add like the traditional snake tongue with it and things like that. I just really didn't think it needed it. I thought it was like very like couture snake or like high fashion snake almost. I don't know. Is that a thing? I don't think it is. But anyways guys, let's get started. Alright, so I'm starting with my eyebrows already covered. And then I'm going to put this sheet of a design over my head. It kind of looks scale-like to me, so that's what I'm going to use it for. It's just a piece of lace that I cut up from a cloth. You can get it from anywhere. And now I'm patting black and then red and then white on it just to kind of create this pattern. And I go back and forth from the different colors just to blend them. But remember, the more you blend them, the more muddled the pattern becomes. So just keep that in mind. And sorry if I sound real gross in this tutorial. I have a cold and such is my life, basically. So let's just bear with me for now. Now I'm just taking another piece of that design and just filling in the gaps near my forehead just so that the scales continue all the way up to my hairline. And now I'm taking that same design and doing contouring on my cheeks. Again, going from the darkest to the lightest, so black, red, and then white. I think the hardest thing about doing the cheeks is making sure both sides are even, like at the right angle and thickness and all of that. Because if you fuck that up, it looks really messed up because like one cheek will look completely different than the other. So definitely take your time at this part and definitely just make sure you line it up very well and that you kind of make the same sort of shape, because you can go in like I do here and add a little bit different colors, different places just to make sure it matches a bit more, but definitely try and make it as similar the first try. It'll just make your life easier. And now I'm just taking a red color and doing the front part of the snake neck. Yeah, I'm just laying the color down just so I have like a base basically. And now I'm going in with a black body paint and a smaller detail brush and just making the sides of my snake neck and then the middle of it. I don't know, this looks snake-like to me. You can definitely change up this design if you don't like it, but I just thought that this was simple but yet still reminded me of a snake. And I'm just going in and doing a little bit more detailing, and now I'm taking a black eyeshadow and a fluffy brush and picking the same side on each scale to shadow. This is going to make it look more 3D. And yeah, just shadowing everything and giving it a little bit more depth and a little bit, making it look a little bit more realistic. And now I'm going in with a white, and on the opposite side of the scales, I'm doing highlights basically. So I did the shadow on the top half of the scale, and now I'm doing the highlight on the bottom half of the scale. This again is going to make it look more realistic and just more three-dimensional, I think, rather than body painted. I think it looks more like an actual snake neck, but that might just be me, who knows. And then again, I'm adding highlights to the sides of my neck as well, where I think they should go. And then I'm taking that same pattern and just adding white to the very sides of my neck. If you were going to do this for Halloween, I suggest taking it all the way around your neck, just so you don't kill the illusion, but Again, this is just a rough tutorial to show you what I did. And I'm just going back and detailing any bits that were lost when I went and added the pattern in. Now I lined my eyes and added false eyelashes, and then added black to the sides of my neck that I wanted to negate, like to pretend like they weren't there. And then I added white to the bridge of my nose in just half circles, just because this also reminded me of a snake. And I'm covering my lips with foundation, but you can also do it with concealer. And then I am powdering it with foundation powder just to set it. And now I'm going in with a brown eyeshadow and making the curved lips. You really want this very subtle and very natural. I think it makes it look the most realistic, is when it's just kind of curved up, but basically looks like just an extension of your actual lip. So once you have the curve that you like, definitely blend it into your actual lip like I'm doing here, so that it looks like the dark brown is actually part of your lip. And then I'm going to go in with a white and of course make the fangs. And don't worry if you don't get them right the first time. I don't get them right the first time and I end up having to wipe them off and then remake the points because I didn't like them. And I wanted to use a smaller brush so I had more precision. So don't worry, you don't have to get it right the first time. I almost never do, which is the magical power of editing. But yeah, don't worry. Like I said, right here I wipe them both off and then restart with a smaller brush just so I can get a very pointy fang. And then just going in and filling them in and making sure they're as white as possible. And that's it, that's all guys. I hope you enjoyed.
But that's it, that's all. It's really not that hard. The hardest thing is making sure that the lace stays down on my forehead here. You can see it got a little muddled, but you can still tell that it's definitely a scaly vibe. So even if that happens, it's not like the end of the world. But you can definitely tell that my cheeks turned out way better than the middle of my forehead. Maybe I should have started with my cheeks and then did the forehead after. You know what? Whatever. Whatever. You can't tell me how to live my life. So anyways guys, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out. And remember, if you have left a comment, if you have any privacy settings, I can't directly reply to you, but if I've liked your comment, I have replied to you somewhere in the comment feed. I start with your username and then my reply underneath. So not much I can do about that. I have like a fuzzy. That was gross. There's not much I can do about that, guys, so that's just, it is what it is. And I totally get if you have privacy settings. I'm not dissing that. I'm just saying if you do, I can't. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you do recreate any of my looks, please tag me in it on my social media. I always love seeing what you guys can do with this and love seeing your guys' interpretations of the makeups that I do or my hairstyles. I think it's just super fun to see other people try the same things or like the same things as me. You know what I mean? Do you get what I'm saying? Anyways, guys, on Twitter it's at KSBELLANGER, and on Instagram, Google+, and Tumblr it is xoxoprettybitches. And don't forget to subscribe. Join the madness that happens here. And again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you pretty bitches in my next video. I just realized I tried to do like my eyebrow raising thing. I'm trying to do that when I'm like, I'll see you pretty bitches in my next video, but I really did a good job of covering them this time, and there's just fucking nothing. So you do this and like nothing's happening up here, so it's just like it's just like weirdly looking at the camera and like pretending to kind of make an expression but not at the same time.